for the 200. She looked good in the qualifiers. Now it's finals time again. Addo, what's your take?
Well, she's certainly in a lane that she will always treasure, and that's lane 9. But what she needs here is very similar to the script that she needed for the 100. Have a better start and turn than she did in the semifinals, and then she's got to set a personal best just to contend with this field, because behind her, she has the fastest woman this year in Gabby Thomas, and 2 behind her, she has Julien Alfred, who is also dangerous. She's the NCAA champion, and she has a faster personal best. And that's before we talk about the fastest woman alive at 200, Shericka Jackson, who will be behind them all in lane 6.
Hey, Son, how about this as we look at Gabby Thomas of the United States? The U.S. women have not won a world championship at 200 meters since the great Allyson Felix in 2009.
That blows my mind to think of that stat.
It surprised me too.
That blows my mind. And Otto, you have kind of convinced me that Gabby Thomas could be a co-favorite in this event. She has the perfect lane draw out in lane 8. She can chase Sha'Carri, the weakest part of her race. She's going to be able to chase the world champion and then get on the straightaway quicker than anybody else and go to her strength, the final 100 meters. So could tonight be the night that the Team USA is restored as champion? We'll see.
I just feel like Gabby Thomas has not been challenged so far in a big race. She blew away U.S. nationals, but this woman on your screen is the favorite for a reason. 21.4, disappointed in the 100. She has everything to run for here. And only Gabby Thomas has run faster this year at 200 meters.
And make no mistake about it.
And she's in 6.
Yeah.
She can see everybody in front of her.
29-year-old Jamaican wants a little bit of revenge on that woman right there, Sha'Carri Richardson, because Shericka Jackson thought for a second she had won the World 100-meter title. It didn't happen. She was shocked by Richardson. Here's Gabby Thomas. As Sonia told us, she's got fresh legs. No 100 for her.
Here's the NCAA champion, Alfred. Does she have one more big race in her?
Daryl Nieder of Great Britain.
After making the Olympic 100 final, now she's made a world final.
This is Dina Asher-Smith, her teammate, who reigned supreme in 2019, but has had injury issues since. She was only 8th in the 100, so what can she do here? And also rounding out the field there, that's Mary-José Talu. I mean, a picture of consistency, guys. She's been one of the best female sprinters in the world for over a decade. Unfortunately, was in that 4th spot again in the 100 meters, and a tough lane draw for her there in lane 2.
One thing is for sure, I feel like the medals are going to come from the outside lanes.
We keep saying it. We haven't had a bad final yet in the field event or on the track, and this is guaranteed to be another.
Women's 200 final on the way. Shericka Jackson, Sha'Carri Richardson on the outside. As already been passed, here comes the world champion Jackson. Shericka Jackson into the home straight. She has put her stamp on this event. She's going to go back-to-back for Jamaica. The first is Marley Money, and she crosses in 21.41. Wow, that is a late record.
She is now just 0.07 of a second away as Gabby Thomas gets the silver and Sha'Carri hands on for her 2nd medal at these Worlds.
That wasn't even close, Otto, and I could tell the way that she ran the 100, she was in the middle of the track, all of her chief competition in front of her, she executed to perfection. We just witnessed the 2nd fastest time ever run, and it was at a world championship final. Oh my goodness, just phenomenal running for these women.
Look at Gabby Thomas, her mouth is wide open, she can't believe it. It's Jamaica, the United States, and 0.4 of a second in sprinting is a mile.
That is as big
of a margin
of victory as you will see in a sprint event in history at these World Championships. We'll crunch the numbers, but wow, for a race that we thought, well, maybe somebody gets close, no contest, Jackson by a mile.
And that's the last time you convinced me to change my favorite. Shericka Jackson looked amazing, but Otto, you also called it. Sha'Carri Richardson would need to run a personal best, and she did, and she got a bronze medal. So she's leaving here with a gold and a bronze. This is a phenomenal first world championship for the young superstar.
So here's another look. Shericka Jackson, fourth from the left, was playing no games tonight. I think she would have been frustrated by her inability to win the 100. And man, she came off of that turn, and it was goodbye rest of the world. Gabby Thomas tried to charge late, but that's a lot of space in between the Jamaican world champion from last year and the rest of the world. So she repeats and defends her title from Eugene. And the other women who run the 200 in the world, know now, if you are not ready to run 21.4, you have no chance to beat an in-shape Shericka Jackson.
And think about this, Otto. Shericka Jackson started out her career as a 400-meter runner.
Early, but she's in good form. Then we've got Nikisha Price, the first Jamaican ever to run under 49 seconds. And again, a pretty decent 200-meter runner, but this is not her main event. Same for Alexis Holmes. Her top 9 times out of her top 10 were all set in 2024. So an improving athlete. 25-year-old, as I said, come over after the World Indoor Championships in China. Well, Paulino, who moved to the 400, I guess probably in around about 2020, and has dominated that event, certainly last year. Talitha Diggs in lane 2. And then Stacey Ann Williams of Jamaica. Fresh from a new indoor 400 personal best. Lane 1 may be tough in this 200 then. Hansen, what we're looking for here?
Well, Paulino needs to at least come out of here with at least 5 points, because obviously to win, you get a little boost with the 12 points to win the deuce. Gabby and Dina are really going to be battling for that, and I think that they know that they're going to have a good chance at that 100K if they jump out in front with the points in this early race. Spoke to Dina like yesterday, and Dina actually said that she's really focused on that 4. Very confident about her too. So that 400 is going to be something special when she gets out there.
Dina Asher-Smith in lane 8. Gabby Thomas, Olympic champion, in 7. Safely away first time. Asher-Smith got out pretty good. Natson just got left a little bit. You'd expect that by the 2 sprinters on the outside. But it's Gabby Thomas around the top end who's just got half a metre on Dina Asher-Smith. And Thomas normally starts to go away from this point. Natson running well in 3rd at the moment. And then there's a battle with Paulino charging down the last 30-40. But it's going to be Gabby Thomas. Asher-Smith might just hang on here. It's Gabby Thomas, but Paulino with a real surge, taking 2nd place. And that will be really, really significant. We expected Gabby Thomas to come away with a win, 22.62 in these conditions. That's pretty swift, that's pretty good. But Paulino, that is significant. You get 12 points for winning, you get 8 points for 2nd. But when we cast this forward to the 400 tomorrow and the possible result there, let's say the possible result, that is significant for Paulino.
Nah, it's absolutely significant, because she's obviously going to do her thing in the 4. For her to come 2nd, I didn't expect that, man. Gabby getting 1st place obviously makes sense. She's the Olympic champion, but for Paulino to come out of there with those extra points, she's going to end up having a good chance at that 100K.
Dina always runs a pretty good turn, transition at the home straight here. Gabby Thomas just moved away, just got that gap, and it looked as though Dina was rallying again here.
You know what, Gabby ran a much better turn than I expected. She's tall. You don't expect the taller sprinters to have such a good turn, but she's efficient. And once she gets on the straightaway and lets those limbs go, I mean, she's really, really hard to beat. I expected it to be a lot tighter with her, Dina. And that wasn't the case, but Paulino coming 2nd in that race, I think, is the big story.
Well, and so much hype has been on Gabby Thomas since the Olympics, and then since she announced early on that she was going to be running this series of Grand Slams. So look at that huge smile. She must feel really good breaking the tape.
You know what?
Check the result there, 22.62, as I mentioned, 22.93. It's the season's best because she hasn't raced yet for Paulino. But
the women's 200 meters delivered 2 electrifying storylines that showcase the contrasting dominance of 2 sprint superstars, Shericka Jackson and Gabby Thomas, each proving why this distance remains one of the most unpredictable and explosive events in athletics. Shericka Jackson, coming off an unexpected setback in the 100 meters, entered the World Championship final with something to prove. From the outermost lane 9, she needed a flawless attack on the curve to handle a world-class lineup featuring Gabby Thomas, Julien Alfred, and Sha'Carri Richardson. Jackson executed with ruthless precision, powering through the bend and opening a gap that none of her rivals could close. Her astonishing 21.41, one of the fastest times ever recorded in a global final, reaffirmed her status as the most destructive half-lap sprinter of her era. Even the formidable Gabby Thomas, renowned for her late-race surge, could only chase in vain as Jackson stormed to a commanding gold. Richardson, fresh off a 100m victory over Jackson, fought her way to bronze, adding another major medal to her season. But while Jackson dominated on the world stage, Gabby Thomas delivered her own statement of supremacy in Kingston at the Grand Slam Track Series. Starting her season with fire, she tore through the curve from lane 7 and controlled the home straight with authority, stopping the clock at 22.62. It was a performance that instantly positioned her as a favorite for the series' $100,000 prize and reminded fans why she remains one of the most technically gifted sprinters in the sport. The field she dismantled included major names: Britain's Dina Asher-Smith, still a respected figure despite inconsistent years; Bahrain's Silwa Eid Naza, the 400-meter world champion bringing unusual depth to a 200m race; and Dominican Republic star Marilady Paulino, who stunned the crowd by finishing second in 22.93, her fastest of the year. Paulino's versatility highlighted how the event continues to evolve, drawing talent from multiple disciplines. Together, these performances painted a picture of a fiercely competitive women's 200-meter landscape, one where Jackson's raw power and Thomas's technical brilliance stand at the forefront, pushing the event into a new era of speed and unpredictability.